everybody, how's it going? Yes, the Sandman is back. I'm back. Long hiatus. Not a lot of videos, hardly any last year, and not a lot of blog posts, hardly any of those. Just been busy, rebooting my life, starting over. Got a new apartment, and someone reminded me today that in a couple days it'll be 6 months that I've been here, and it's kind of taken me that long to settle in, get my little guy, who's not so little anymore. Sandkid is almost taller than me. I'm sure he will be making some appearances later this year because he's still a big ham. Getting him settled in, and just working a lot of overtime and stuff. The overtime has been very ripe for the pickings where I work, and I'm very thankful because while rebooting your life and starting over can be very exciting and a lot of fun, it sure ain't cheap. I had to buy furniture, had to buy pretty much everything. I did a really good job up until move-in date of kind of like piecemealing stuff on Amazon and buying something here, buying something there, so it wasn't as big of a shock. But some things you just don't realize that you need until you actually get in here and see where everything fits. But it's really, really good. So, at the conclusion of last year, I succeeded in doing 2 of the little self-challenges that I made for myself, besides running 3 half marathons, another marathon, and a 50-miler. I also wanted to save $1 for every mile that I ran last year, which I successfully did. I saved almost $1,500, which is pretty impressive, and now I can use that as a running budget. I'm going to carry that more than likely into 2018 and still save, because I think it's a great way to treat yourself after a good running season. And race fees are kind of pricey, and good racing gear and equipment is not cheap. I'm a techie guy, so I like all the techie stuff, and it's always nice to have stuff that lasts and works really well. So I did that. Another thing that I did is I wanted to post a picture every day that I ran. I'm still streaking. My streak is at like 1081 day-wise. So I'm well over 1,000. I am fast approaching 3 years. So I wanted to take a picture and, kind of like bring you guys along on the journey. And I don't know if I did a really great job of that. I tried to, but it's very hard to really put in the words or show through a picture what I experience out there, because you just can't do it. You just can't do it. But I did that, and while I thought both of those really weren't going to be that hard type challenges really to get over with, and accomplish, boy, they were. They really, really were. What a pain in the ass it is to try and take a photo of something meaningful every day. I'm out there. There were a lot of pictures of me with selfies, which I don't think are really meaningful. But, a lot of you enjoyed it, so hey, that will not be continuing because it's just too much of a pain. I will be continuing, the save $1 thing for every mile that I run. But good year last year, ran 3 half marathons, full marathon. Didn't do so great in all of them, but it was part of the 4 Seasons Challenge again, and I won my age group. Boy, talk about motivation, especially when, all 4 of those races really weren't my best. But the 50-miler, or the 50, getting ahead of myself, hang on a second. The 50K, second 50K that I did last year, I did do extremely well. I felt awesome, and I totally killed my time from the previous year. Different course, different race, but I think I killed it by more than 20 minutes, which after running for 15 years, I don't know if I could even dream of setting a PR like that, but I did. And it's really kind of inspired me to maybe bite the bullet and try for a 50 this year. I don't know. Still haven't made my mind up. But one of the things I did do this year, besides all of the moving and getting the big little guy settled, Sandkid, is I signed up for the 4 Seasons Challenge again. I kind of love-hate this whole series. Basically, you have a lot of options, and this year they even added more. But basically, you run 4 races in each season for the year. And they have a wide variety. Now they have trail races, but the one that I do is I do the road version, and it's basically 3 half marathons followed by the Rochester Marathon. and just had the very first race in this season. It was the Winter Warrior Challenge. It was last Saturday, and it's my third time doing this challenge, so third time running the course. This course chews me up, and I don't know why. It's basically in a big technical office park, so it's a lot of like parking lots and access roads and stuff like that. No traffic really per se, but there's a little bit of elevation, but not anything that I would think was crazy. But it just kicks my ass, and true to form, it's not called the Winter Warrior because it's sunny and 80 out. Rochester, it seems like, our fall kind of like held on there for a little while, and then boom, winter came. And it has been a really hard winter in upstate New York. Unfortunately, last week, it got even worse. We had this crazy cold snap thing. I don't know what they called it, like some kind of crazy term, bomb Arctic weather or some crap like that in the media. But basically, it meant that temperatures were in the single digits for most of the week. And I kept my eye on them up until this race. And of course, last Saturday was the final day of the cold snap and the coldest. I've never run that far in that cold of weather before. It was at race time. It was at 4 p.m. in the evening. So, of course, the sun's going down, which makes it even more cold. It was 3 degrees at race start with 15 to 20 mile per hour winds, which made it feel basically negative 15 to negative 20 wind chill wise. I am the most directionally challenged person I know. And for some reason, even though this is my third time running this race, I'll be damned if I could really remember and find the goddamn start line. So, of course, the roads were snow covered and it was cold, so salt wasn't working. So I'm slipping and sliding. It took me forever to get there, and I was very prepared. I had a lot of great cold gear and a plan and all that stuff. But I got there and I was running to the start line, and Ellen Brenner, who owns Fleet Feet and organizes all the races and stuff in the area, she yelled 60 seconds till start. So I didn't have time to put on some of my cold gear. Very rushed, very rushed. Next year I think I'm going to camp out the night before just so I find the goddamn start line if I do this horrible race again. So anyways, a rough start. Man, it was cold. I had 2 technical shirts on, my best running jacket, 2 face masks, a hat. I had 2 pairs of gloves plus mittens. I had 2 set of tights on, my cold weather running underwear. Don't ask, I'm not showing you that. And a pair of running shorts, along with knee-length wool socks and my Gore-Tex waterproof running shoes with spikes in them. And I was still damn cold. Kind of did good on the first lap, so it's a little bit over 5K-ish distance laps. Did pretty good the first lap. I think I was just nervous and energy and pumped and everything. But after that, everything kind of slowly went downhill. I couldn't get good footing no matter what the hell I did. It was kind of like hard-packed snow. And there really wasn't any ice, which was great. But, trying to run fast or get up a little hill or anything, you're just slipping and sliding. And, oh, my Lord, I'm still sore a couple days later. Just my core, my legs, my arms. From fighting it and everything. But I did it. Took me over like almost 2.5 hours, which is not a good time for me. But I was just satisfied that I did it. Unfortunately, my personal opinion here, the race should have been canceled and postponed. I understand what goes into organizing a big event like this and stuff. But I feel that the race organizers really kind of gambled with everybody's safety out there. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Even I got nervous, and I'm used to running in this crap. But the only way I would be able to maintain my standings with the Four Seasons Challenge was to run the whole distance. They did drop the race distance down to like I think a 15K, a 10K, and a 5K if you want. So, like obviously 1, 2, or 3 loops. But I had to do the whole thing to stay within the standings for the year. brutal race. Me and my friend Mark Lavner, we ran it, and you know, he finished too, and man, it just ate us up. I almost got in 2 accidents on the way home. I don't know how the hell I survived, but I did. But anyways, so that's my little race recap. I'm not a fan of loop courses. I'm not a fan of running when it's 3 degrees with -20 wind chill. Just not a fan of this race. I only do this race because I have to, and it's part of the series. And because it's good to train for something through the holidays. So, really late registering for the whole Four Seasons Challenge this year. So I did not get the Winter Warrior cap. They have a little knit cap that they have, which I love. I already have 2 of them, so I didn't really need a third. But I did get a nice coffee mug, which I like very much. And got some cool race bling, Winter Warrior race bling. And of course, part of the Four Seasons Challenge is if you finish the race and you're in the Four Seasons, you get an additional medal. And what happens is, I don't know if you can see it, but if you look right there, all 4 of the medals come together when you get them all and make one big medal. And each year is a different style. Really cool. So I'm looking forward to completing everything and seeing what the big medal looks like this year. And defending my age group title. Got a lot of work to do because this one was a slow one. So the next 3 are going to be really fast, or I'm going to try and make them fast. So I have another race coming up in April. There's one in July, and we'll follow it up with the Rochester Marathon in September. Like I said, still hemming and hawing about the 50 miler. Probably definitely a 50K if I don't do the 50 miler, just because I'm starting to like that ultra distance. But we'll see. I don't know. So streaking, I can't. This is pathetic. I can't even remember the name of my blog. Streaking Second Chances and Running Shoes is the name of my new blog, and it's kind of going to be the name of my new video podcast. So sorry for the long one, but I know it's been a while, and you know, there'll be more stuff coming in the future. I hope all of you are having a great 2018. I hope all of you have stuff planned for your year. You know, maybe get out, do something that makes you a little nervous, scares you a little bit. I know Saturday sure did. I don't want to do it again. But take care, everybody, and we'll see you out there. And look forward to writing some blogs this year and really kind of making some video podcasts for you guys. But take care. We'll talk to you later. Bye.